Hello and welcome everyone to the walk around video here at your next car, the 2017 67 Reg 530 EM Sport Saloon. The vehicle is presented in carbon Schwartz metallic, or carbon black as it is often known as. Features the Y&C body enhancement kit, and as with all of our cars, is physically in stock, ready to be driven away, and there are no hidden extras with our vehicles. So as you see, this fantastic eDrive 5 Series is as you will purchase the car. If you are interested and would like to know more, please do check out the description box just below the video, as that way you can see prices and funding options over on our website. Or of course you can get in touch directly via telephone, email, WhatsApp, all of the usual routes. And of course we will help you out with any inquiries you have about this lovely eDrive 5 Series, which we're going to get back talking about straight away. So with the in-house enhancement kit on this 5 Series plug-in hybrid, does include brand new 20-inch alloy wheels with 4 brand new tyres. As with any of these 530 range cars, whether that be a diesel, a petrol or this plug-in hybrid version, you do get the plus brakes on those models, as you can see there behind the brand new 20-inch alloy wheels, and you'll be glad of, because effectively you got to remember this car has 2 powertrains. So you've got the petrol traditional engine up the front underneath the bonnet, and of course you have got the stored batteries and an electric motor to power you along as well. Or of course when the two combine, is the word I'm looking for, you have a very, very powerful car indeed. You've got gloss black side sill extensions, the satin side vinyls and Y&C and performance decals, aero mirrors in gloss black. We are going to get a chance to talk about the interior, and of course I'll sit inside and show you more of that shortly. Rear sun protection glazing, eDrive badges there on the rear quarters. Other than that, you could not really distinguish this from a regular petrol or diesel 5 Series. Round at the back, we've got the carbon effect diffuser, LED rear lights. The boot space, again, always been a signature of the 5 Series, is how big the boot size is. And again, even for a plug-in hybrid, it still has a very impressive boot size. You just make a slight compromise to bear in mind that you have got the stored batteries in there, and of course the space for the electric motor. This car does come with 2 charging cables. This one is for your household, and the other one here, if I just pull that forward, is for charging stations that you'll see in and around towns and cities. So your single phase and 3-phase charging cables both come with this car, so you're all set up good and ready to go for any charging situation that you may want to use. Of course, you don't need to charge it because it has got a petrol engine, so you don't have to worry about when this car runs out of electrical energy. You can just simply pull up to a petrol station, fill it up in a normal, traditional manner. However, you want to utilise that electrical energy as much as possible, especially considering the price of petrol at the moment. So, of course, you've got the best of both worlds with this car. It takes around about 3 to 4 hours to fully charge this car from a regular household socket like the one down there. Once you have fully charged this 530e, you will have an estimated electrical range of around about 27 to 30 miles of electrical range. Now that will vary. Say if you've got a full car, you've got all 3 of these seats filled up with passengers, or you've got a full boot loaded up with luggage, that will drop ever so slightly. It would be exactly the same for your petrol or diesel car. If that is full, your MPG drops. It's exactly the same with a plug-in hybrid car for your electrical range. But again, generally speaking, for your everyday commute, where it's going to be you or maybe one other person in the car and one small bag, you'll have no problem hitting that estimated electrical range. Where you charge it up from, nice and simple. You pop that little, what looks like a fuel filler cap open, and you plug it in there. You can leave it on overnight, leave it on throughout the day. Obviously pull up at the charging stations you'll see in and around towns and cities, shopping centres, etc. Leave it on, lock the car, walk away from it. You don't need to worry, it'll keep charging itself. And if there is a fault with either the charger that you are using or the electrical system itself, are you where it is getting its power from, the car and the charger that the car comes with will sort itself out. So it's nice and safe, nice and simple. You've got black leather with the oyster highlights in this car. Part electric movement, so the bases and the backrest are removed electrically. Front and back movement is manual. The front seats are both heated. You have, of course, got the ambient lighting, which again can be adjusted for your colour preferences. For me, the 530e has to be one of, if not the best e-drive car BMW currently produce. I think it makes one of the best all-rounders because you have got that space, comfort, luxury from the 5 Series that it has always been well known for. However, it's got that added extra step of the fact that you can drive around on the electric in utter silence, so it gives that extra step of comfort and luxury. Plus, of course, it gives you that range of, call it 30 miles of pure EV range, giving you that added extra benefit and of course economy. Now we're sat inside, we've got the lovely multifunction M Sport steering wheel. Let's just get that focus back in a bit. We've got cruise control, speed limiter, voice and volume functions. We've got a lovely digital display. This one's covered just over 53,000 miles. And it does come with touchscreen, nav and media, as well as a fully adjustable media and nav screen, so you can move these around as you see fit. So if you would prefer them in a different order, you can do that. If we check out the multimedia first of all, as you can see, you have of course got features like DAB, music collection, front CD, Bluetooth audio, USB line in, and to go alongside that you have got Bluetooth telephone as well, of course. The navigation, being that the fact it is touchscreen, makes it nice and simple. You can see it's pointing out points of interest, including charging stations. So again, that is really, really key for a car like this, because it does mean potentially you are heading into a town or city and you want to know where might be a good place to park up, put this car on charge. Bear in mind you don't have to, because as I've mentioned, it can run on the petrol engine alone. But again, that is very handy, just makes day-to-day use that bit more convenient. Let's check out the servicing, because as I've mentioned, 2-litre turbocharged petrol engine up front still needs servicing. 16,000 miles till that needs a service though, so that's a nice benefit. And it has got full BMW service history, and the last service was a major one, including spark plugs, and that's really, really good, not only for your peace of mind but also your back pocket, because of course there is a bit of an expensive service there, because it has had to have the spark plugs, and they aren't the cheapest of spark plugs. That is just a factor of having a car like this, but of course they're not going to be due now for a long time, which is of course really, really good for you as the potential next owner of this lovely 5 Series e-drive. Last thing then, let's just check out the mode. So you have of course got automatic, let's just chuck that in there. Auto e-drive, where the car's just going to sort itself out, that's self-explanatory. Max e-drive is pure electric drive once you've got enough battery for that, and battery control is where you're just going to run on petrol power alone until a time that suits you best to either switch back to automatic or the full EV modes. So there is a look around another fantastic 530e M Sport. Bit of a lengthy video, I appreciate, and apologies for running on a little bit. But however, with the e-drive cars, I do always like to try and explain as much as possible within these walkarounds, so it just makes your purchase a little bit easier. If you'd like to know more, do check out the description box, and we will look forward to seeing you soon. Do of course take care. Goodbye.